This is decoy voice. Semi truck just flattened a protester, and I don't know. I'm almost on the side of the truck driver at this point. I'm almost on the side of the truck driver just by hearing it.
Of activists fighting with ICE as they finally faffled so hard, one of them got run over by a semi-truck. As in a sea of seemingly hundreds of journalists to the 10 actual activists, small scuffles ensued, fighting over traffic cones while getting OC sprayed. Until these protesters finally turned on truck drivers.
See, you're never going to win. You're never going to win if you target the working man or woman. I got to clarify in this day and age. You're never going to win if you target the working people. Why? Because there's more people out there that work than that are unemployed protesting. That's just the truth of it. And they're targeting the working man. Sorry, people. Working people. I hate this. This is a gender neutral speak. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I mean, I get it, but it's so annoying. It's just, everyone knows what I mean when I say guys. Everyone knows what I mean when I say working man. It's just generalizing.
Heckling a guy just trying to feed his family.
He just wants to work.
As unemployed idiots can't fathom the concept of a working father.
Yeah, this is the sad part. It's like they just want to do their job. They just want to get their paycheck. They want to go home to their families. And these people are preventing them from providing for their families. From providing for their families. That's...
No, this is not... These are working class people just like us, bro. These are working class people just like us. What the f do you actually know about theory if you're not here for the working class?
As we've long accused activism of being deeply suppressed daddy issues, where she's confused at the idea that a guy might work a job he despises just to provide for his family, or how if you play protester in the street, that same semi-truck might accidentally run you over, all of which would be avoided if any of these idiots had a strong father figure to simply tell them, knock it off, you're an adult. As the activists got accustomed to tossing water at the cops with zero repercussions, so they kept doing it, this time being met with an arrest attempt. As it appears, the semi rolled right over this poor guy's foot. But as they kept evading arrest, another ran under the truck. Sadly, one of these idiots might actually lose their life, but as we saw in the last video, they're actually hyping each other up to be the next Renee, as we've spiraled into a sort of soft civil war, so slowly most regular Americans haven't even noticed it. They're out there chanting,
just like us, you sure she have a job? Yeah, these people don't have jobs. Like, that's the thing. People who work would not do this. People who work, guess how they speak? They vote. People who don't have jobs, they become nuisances for everyone because they need a hobby. They need a hobby. These protesters are now going to talk about microaggression shown by the truck driver in their next therapy session. Yeah. What the heck? His stupidity would have gotten the driver arrested. Imagine going to jail for another man's stupidity. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, imagine driving a vehicle, being surrounded by and people. I don't know why people have forgotten this. A vehicle is a deadly weapon. I don't know why people, every time they think weapon, they think a firearm. They think a gun. No, a knife, a vehicle, a baseball bat, a cricket bat, a piece of wood. Everything is a weapon. You've got to look at everything as a weapon. This wrench is a weapon. Everything is a weapon. My fists are a weapon. Everything is a weapon. As long as you approach society with that in mind, you'll be safer for it. Why? You give respect to everything around you. Behind the wheel of a car or on foot in public, you give respect. Why? Because you understand what everything can be used for. Not that it will be used for it, because heck, who thinks of a vehicle as a weapon? Nobody, but it has the potential for it. It absolutely has the potential for it. How many lives are lost in car accidents every year? Way too many. Injuries, car accidents, DUIs. So many lives get lost due to that. And people don't think that it's a weapon. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, imagine being the driver of that truck. And then you're trying to get out as slowly as possible. And you only have, as human beings, we're not like birds. We're not like flies. We don't have the full vision. We can only see what's in front of us. So you have a mirror, you have a rear view mirror, and you have a mirror. And in trucks, it's far more difficult. So he checked his mirror, he checked his mirror, he checked his mirror. So he keeps backing up. He doesn't know that on this mirror, somebody fell underneath his tires. How he finds that out is when the truck goes up and down. And then he hears the scream. Imagine being that driver, knowing what you had just done. Imagine how scarring that will be. You lose your job, you lose your livelihood. You'll probably be never employed for something you got a license to do, because to drive those trucks, you need a specific license for it, and it's pretty expensive. It's a couple $1,000s just to take the course. And then he's probably got some time on top of that. And he'd loses like everything for stupid people's choices. In India, you need permission to protest. Well, same here, but not exactly, because you're allowed to protest on the sides of the road. You're not allowed to go in the street. You're not allowed to harass. You're not allowed to make a lot of noise. So it's primarily you stand on the sidewalk in a line holding a sign up. That's protesting. That's protesting. Not this. This is a mob. This is a mob. This is illegal in the United States of America. It's illegal. He should not lose his license in such cases. Yeah, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. But you have to think of it from the company's position. Does the company want to start getting harassed by these retards? Or is one employee worth being harassed by these retards for being the company being told it's employing a father killer or a son killer or a brother killer? So odds are the company will capitulate to the retards that are always online.
For ICE agents to face capital punishment. You will pay. Then even demanding they end themselves. Every cop, every face, but then one idiot takes it too far.
Come on, children, your life, I'm on. Touch it, my boy. I have your face, Moses. You're dead. Dead.
To which our Attorney General will now seek prosecution.
And we see his face, and I promise you, we will find him. And when we find him, we will arrest him, because it is a crime not only to threaten law enforcement, but not surprisingly to threaten their family as well.
As they take these threats very seriously, as the same day the DOJ just got a guilty plea from an Oregon man saying something similar, where he now faces a decade of federal prison. And I hope they throw the book at that idiot, thinking he could get the innocent family.
That's the thing. We need to start being harsher and harsher and harsher. As soon as they because that's the funny thing. These people talk about fascism. They talk about like a dystopian society. If we were in a true fascist government, they would be afraid to speak. They would never be posting their TikToks. They would never be posting online their hate for the nation. Why? Because you'd be rounded up and put into camps, kind of like what happens over in the CCP. You know, they need a cheap labor force. So that's how they get their cheap labor force. People who do not sit with well, it does what's going on there doesn't sit well with them. They speak their mind. You're not allowed to have a free voice there. If you follow the rules, it's probably great. It's probably great. I haven't been to China. I'd love to visit China, but I'd follow the rules while I'm there. Heck yeah, I'd absolutely follow the rules. It's called being respectful of the place you're in. But these morons grew up in a nation that they claim to hate. Then leave it. Then leave it. But they will never leave it because they're only allowed to do this. Well, I guess they could actually do this in Europe too. But they wouldn't be allowed to get away with this in most other nations. Let's be honest. In the nations that they absolutely love, they wouldn't get away with this. But yeah, they're such a problem. They're such a problem.
The other federal employee involved just because the internet told him border enforcement is evil. It's just interesting how time and time again, these EBT tribes get so caught up in the moment of being in a mob, they think the law has somehow been turned off. We saw it at the anti-ICE riots in Los Angeles, where hundreds of leftist activists tossed rocks at the cops. But then this idiot in a...
How far from the U.S.? How far is the U.S. from tribal wars at this point? We're in tribal wars at this point. But it's primarily those who... Well, it goes on both sides. The extremes on one side that hate the other side, and the extremes on the other side that hate, well, the one side. It's just so in the end, it seems like everybody hates everybody when that's not the case. The majority of people are actually like level-headed individuals. The sad part is there aren't many level-headed individuals that have a voice because they work a job for a living. Like I work a job for a living. Most people with a level head work a job for a living. Why? Need to provide for our families. Need to provide for our loved ones. It's just what you do. It's just what you do. But these people, they're professionally unemployed.
bright dirt bike helmet did it into police traffic, as he was quickly identified and detained, again offering a guilty plea as he now faces 20 years in federal custody. As consequences are finally coming, whether it be 1 year delayed sentencing or a semi-truck slowly severing your Achilles, they can't stop losing, as on top of not stopping deportations and catching decade-long prison stints, all they've accomplished is outing their own side as racists, openly berating black ICE agents.
Give you some take you. You're a race traitor. That's what you are. You're a race traitor. You.
Even angry at Asian clergy.
Mr. Asian, you see there's fucking people. Mr. Asian, what's with the race? Oh, what's with the race? Mr. fucking Asian. You're a piece of shit.
Thank you. Chaplain. Chaplain.
You're the chaplain?
Yeah.
Why did you
I
spend
love
time
you.
with them?
Shut up.
Why did no? You shut up.
While editing this video, I just realized, I think she started to call him a racial slur before barely stopping herself.
Which just highlights her own ignorance, as if anything, the chaplain is there on behalf of the immigrants' religious rights. But of course she doesn't know that. All she sees is an Asian dude not adhering to her white female leftist values, which again shows us the fundamental misunderstanding they have of immigrants. A lot of us are from deeply religious countries with values that are completely at odds with the majority of the Democrats' progressive agenda. But again, it's because they don't have any actual virtues, like accepting people for their diverse skin or opinions. It's only about violently making you accept anything the Democrat Party demands, which is turning their group into this strange little cults of weirdos. Meanwhile, on the other side, ICE agents on duty are just casually smoking cigars, even being seen with
Literally, he's just like chilling. He's just chilling. Like, all right, we got some time here. I got backup. I'll be smoker. He just doesn't care.
even being seen with $20,000 Rolex Submariners and We the People tattoos.
They get a ton of money.
To his $50,000 ICE signing bonus, as ICE maxing is actually kind of a vibe.
I'm not gonna lie. If it wouldn't take me away from my wife, I think it'd be a good opportunity for me to be an ICE agent. I think it really would. I mean, I'm tall enough, I'm bulky enough. I mean, I am wide, but hopefully during the training, I'd slim down a bit and bulk up. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me because I'd be able to make enough money. I'd be able to put in a lot of savings. I'd be able to like plan more for the future. But I just can't take that time away from my wife. I mean, we were married and then it took forever for the visa to get through. And now we have to spend time together. It's just already I feel like we don't have enough time together. Well, what do I mean? I feel like I know me and her don't have enough time together. We don't. And it's oh crap, it's making me sad. No, I'm good. Yeah, but I just want to be with my wife. And yeah, so I couldn't, even though it seems like financially beneficial, I just couldn't.
Even though this isn't an actual tactical vest, this cigar is just chocolate, and the watch ain't a real 82K Vacheron 222, it's just this gold-plated Dassault. The point is, normies will see this situation where previously the right was portrayed by middle America MAGA rednecks versus cool celebrities, athletes, and IG models proudly parroting paid-for left-wing talking points. But now we see it as these ICE chads versus losers still wearing medical masks in 2026. And I say losers, not to be rude, but the literal definition of losing, as at this point, anti-ICE activism isn't providing anything but entertainment for us. As the winning isn't ending, it's actually going to be hurting guarding entire liberal cities.
And when we call for assistance at the facilities, that the street, it belongs to the city. If it belonged to us, we would take care of it, but it belongs to the city, and they're barricading our employees from coming in and out of the facility, then why are we processing international flights into the airport there?
Which in airports like LAX, it would end 1/3 of their business. Now obviously this isn't something we want to see, but neither are the riots outside every ICE facility in every deep blue city. All they would have to do to save their airports is arrest criminals. But like a lot of liberal policies, they gladly hurt their local citizens just to say Trump is bad. Like how California's Governor Newscam explodes the price of gas with taxes and regulations, also we can have some snarky remark about the Orange Man. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, put a yeehaw in chat, then subscribe to Decoy.
Put a yeehaw in chat. I'm just gonna like the video. I'm just gonna like the video. Oh, I really enjoy Decoy. I really enjoy Decoy. But yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. These people are just a net negative on society. And again, both sides have their problems. But I like how they're actually sentencing these people. Like, the more you sentence them, the more you'll shut them up, the more they'll no longer become a problem. Because guess what? They'll be afraid of the fascist regime. But how do you teach? Again, you always have to treat these people like children. You have to treat them like children. What if a kid is going towards you? Like, let's say a 6-year-old, 7-year-old is walking in the kitchen and you're cooking something on the stove. If you're doing an electric stove or you're doing fire, they might want to touch it, right? They might want to touch it, or they reach up not being able to see. You stop them going like, no, you can't. It's hot right there. You can probably pick them up and show them why they can't. And then you set them down. They try it again. No, you have to stop them. They try it again. No, you stop them. But then when they reach up and burn their hand, it's their own fault. But the thing is, sometimes the retards need to burn their hands to learn the lesson. All the people out there protesting are the retards. They need to be punished for what they're doing before they learn their lesson. That's the problem. It's like they've escalated too far. They've become a public nuisance. You're not allowed to be a public nuisance. You can get some time for that. Well, not really. It's more like a detention. Or you're just told to vacate the premises, but being told to vacate the premises and you don't listen can actually add on more problems, because it's like disobeying law enforcement, and it can tack on more and more issues, and then they can detain him and like put him away for at least a week. But that's what they need to start doing, because these retards never burned their hand on the stove because they were given gentle parenting, that they never learned anything. They were never punished. They were given everything they wanted. Have them burn their hand. Have them burn their hand so that way they would learn. That way they learn. But they're not going to learn. Those retards aren't going to learn.
You guys got a video? Why is it so bad?
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Where's that?